Well, good day, everybody. Glad you could join me today. All right, today is going to be, episode 1, building a DIY wood stove using military surplus ammunition cans. All right, the 3 that you see right here are regular 50 caliber cans. This is what they call the FATS 50, and these are 30 caliber ammo cans. All right, now the FAT 50s are the PA 108s. I'll give you a measurement of that in a moment. Okay. Now these here 50s are the M2A1, significantly smaller, as you can see. We'll take a closer look at that. All right. Now, what I'll do is I'll just take a minute. I'll put these on the floor. I'll keep a 30 and one of each of the 50s, and then we'll take a closer look at it. Okay. Again, there's 3 different sizes. Originally, I was going to go with the smaller 50 to make a wood stove. And I started to think about my build. What can I do? What can I add? And I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. And when you start to draw out diagrams, you'd be surprised what you can come up with. But I chose to go with the FAT 50 rather than the regular 50. Now, I'm just going to put this 30 caliber aside for now, and we'll talk about these 2. All right. So just to give you an idea. All right. I'm just going to use the side of the box. Okay. FAT 50, 12 inches. Regular 50, 11 inches. All right. Now, if you go online and you're trying to buy something, they might use the latch. I'm not too sure, and they might call that 12 1/4. But myself, I don't care about the latch. I want to know what size the box is, especially if I'm going to order stuff for the box, right? So the box, like I said, 12 by 11. Okay. The width, you're looking at 6 3/4, and here you're using 5 1/2. So 6 3/4, 5 1/2. Now, your height, I'm just going to go to the top of the lid. So your height here is 8 3/4, and here 7 1/8. So there's a great deal of difference between the 2 50s, right? Now, don't get me wrong. This one here would make a nice little wood stove for a small tent, small ice shack. And I thought long and hard about it, but I went with this instead. Okay, we're going to take a look inside, and I'll show you why I went with this one. So in here, I have a spark arrestor and a whole bunch of pipes for my chimney. So there you go. I have 9 pieces. All right. I got my spark arrestor and eight pipes. Now, I also have this one here, but that's going to be mounted to the top of my can. But this here was what was inside. And that's why I chose this can. Now, if you look in the can itself, and you grab one of these pipes, there's only, oh my God, maybe 3/16 of an inch difference between the length of the pipe and in here. Okay? So the pipe itself is 11 5/8. Okay, so that's 11 5/8. There you go. 11 5/8, 11 3/4. So there you go. Just a little over 1/8 of an inch difference. All right. That is the reason why I went with this. Okay, so just to put this aside, now, unsure if I'm going to keep this as the bottom and choose the actual bottom as the top. I'm not sure yet. Still working on that. I'll take the handle off. Okay. The back will be my door. I'm going to put my door in the back here, take the handle off, and mount this back here. And I'm going to put it in the middle crossways rather than one side, because I don't want all the weight to be in one corner when I got all my stacks together. So I think I'm going to put it right here, remove the handle, and put the door in here. That's what I'm going to do. Also, on the side, I was thinking of putting a glass for my door, but I think I'm going to put a glass on the side here, and I'll show you that. So this is heat-tempered glass. It's got a little bit of a yellow smoke to it. And I think that would be almost a perfect size to have that on the side of my stove. Now, how am I going to hold that there? Well, what I have is the light switch cover. So there it is, light switch cover. I'm going to cut it just below the screws on both sides. That way it'll house my glass. Okay, that's what I'm going to do right here. So this is all going to be cut out just below the screws. And that's what's going to hold it together. So I was thinking of that, but also you have to have some kind of heat gasket or heat rope or something like that to seal it off. So this is what I'm going to use. I got two choices. Okay. So again, I went and purchased some fire rope. This is 3/8, and I believe it's going to be way too wide, but instead I'll use this for the lid, and I'll show you that. And instead, I bought these felts, fire felts, Okay? They're nice and thin. Very thin. And I think I like that idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace the outside, and then I'll trace the inside, cut it accordingly. That way, when I do install my glass, and I'll put it over here, and when I tighten it in, it's going to seal it off nicely. So I think I'll go that route instead. As far as this goes, in the top lid, top lid right in here, there's a rubber gasket that makes this waterproof, water resistant, waterproof, right? Well, that's got to come out. So I'm going to pull out all this rubber gasket that's in here, and I'm going to replace it with the rope here. Okay? That way when I seal this, it's going to be sealed nice. So that's why I got this here. Also, when I do cut in my door, I have to have something there. And again, I'm going to use the felt because it's nice and thin. And then I'll have my hinges on this side and my lock on this side. And then I'll have a damper here along with the damper in my chimney. So that's going to be my my project, upcoming project. And then I was thinking, what else can I do? So if this is going to sit on legs about 6-7 inches in height, I was thinking of utilizing the bottom for something. So I think I'm going to use this 30 caliper box, and it's going to go probably something like this. All right? I'm going to have it all attached. And this part here is going to be a door. My legs will come out on this side here and this side here. Therefore, I have an oven. All right. So let's check that out. So I'll take that off. Put that here. I'm going to use this exact box. I'll probably remove the hardware on it. I'm going to weld that in place. And then I'm going to have the door. That way you can use that as an oven. And I think I'll still have enough room for my legs. And if you turn it around, I have it flush to the back here. So there you go. It's all flush here. And this here's indented a little bit. That way I can have a door. So anyways, that's just another crazy idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my time, draw up a couple of sketches, and in the meantime, I'll read all the comments, see what you guys think. Maybe you guys will have a better idea in what I should do in constructing this DIY wood stove. All right? So anyways, again, thanks for dropping by. It was just a quick video. And stay tuned for part 2. Later, guys.